guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ify, and thanks to all my amazing subscribers. We are almost at 1,000. Thanks to all my amazing subscribers. And if you're seeing this face for the first time, please hit the subscribe button and do not forget to share this video because it's going to be a tough one. I am currently having a flu. Just in case my voice is sounding somehow, just pardon me in this particular video because the weather is getting cold and the humidity is really dry, so it's blocking all the blockables in the nose. So guys, please pardon me in this video. So as we all know, there has been lots of changing when it comes to Canada immigration policies changes, and then recently they reduced the number of people that they will be welcoming in the country. And I've been having lots of DM, especially on my TikTok. So many visa applications are being rejected, and some people complain that they've submitted their application for a long time, no feedback from IRCC. And some also said they don't know how to contact IRCC in order to know where they stand in their application. So in today's video, I'm going to be discussing the possible reasons why I feel that there is so much high rejection when it comes to Canada visa application, and why there is an increase in processing time, and what you must do if your application was rejected. So stay tuned to the end of this video, and do not forget to share and like this video. So first, we are going to talk about the reason why the processing time is currently very long. Okay, so the processing time is the time it takes for you to get a feedback or a result from your from IRCC regarding your Canada visa application. And there are so many people that have submitted their application, their study permit application or visiting visa application or any other type of visas you are applying for. The processing time is currently long, and so many people have waited for months and they've not gotten any feedback. Now the issue is Canada has a very long backlog, like a very massive backlog of application. As at October 2024, the application that they have to deal with is over 1 million. So this is the breakdown of the different categories of application they are currently attending to. So as you can see, the number is really high. However, if you think that your application is taking a longer time, you can actually track your application. I'm going to leave a link in the description box. It's a tracker whereby you put your UCI number and you'll be able to track your application. Or better still, you can contact IRCC, because there are sometimes they might need like an additional document from you. They will send you an email and you might not be aware, and then the application will just be there. Your application will be hanging till you submit that document. So if they send you an email and you're not aware, it means you are the one delaying your application. So it's safer for you to call IRCC or to send a web form or send them an email. I already made a video on how you can contact an IRCC if you are in Nigeria, how you'll be able to contact IRCC. I'll put the link to that video in the description box as well. In that video, I explain how you can get a Canadian number if you are still in Nigeria, okay? And the app you can download in order for you to be able to call IRCC to know where your application is. Okay, this is for those that your application has passed 6 months, 7 months, you've done your biometrics and you've not gotten any feedback after then. It's good to contact IRCC at least to be on the safer side, to know that, so that you know that they don't require anything from you. So you contact them. I'm going to put the video link in the description box so that you watch how you can contact IRCC. Then for those that your application is just 3 months, maybe you've done your medicals and it's just 3 months, I will just recommend you wait at least for some time before you can contact, because like I said, there is lots of backlog already, so it will really take time for them to process so many applications at a time. Okay, so either you exercise patience, or you can still contact them for you to be on the safe side that you're sure that they don't need any document from you, because there are some people, like I said, they might have sent them an email but they didn't receive it, or they will send a notice in your application, because sometimes they don't send email, they will just put a notice in your application, you might not know. So that's why it's good to always check your email regularly and always check your accounts to know if they require anything from you or not. Other than that, the backlog that Canada is having is really high from this update. So guys, you need to be patient. So that might be the reason why your application, you're not hearing anything from them. Now we are going to discuss why there is high rejection in Canada visa application. A major reason why there is current increase in Canada visa application is that IRCC is becoming more strict when it comes to application. If you've been having discussion with people, like the number of people I've had discussion with, majority of the reasons why they rejected their application is either their proof of fund or home ties, especially people that are applying for visiting visa and people that are applying for study permit. Okay, that's the major reason. For people that are applying for permanent residence, there is no much rejection, because for permanent residents, once you're able to submit your document, you submit your proof of fund, there is no much scrutiny when it comes to permanent resident compared to the visiting visa or those people that are coming for study permit. You know, with permanent resident, they don't need to prove anything, ties back home and all that, so their application is straightforward, and if they submit their right documents, I'm sure that the application will be approved. Though I made a video about how you can avoid your application being rejected if you're coming in as a permanent resident. I'll put the link in the description box. So I will concentrate people that are applying for study permit and people that are applying for a visiting visa. There are possible reasons why your applications can be rejected. Like I mentioned earlier, the major reasons that they always give is either you're not having you don't have enough ties back home, or your proof of fund, they feel that you borrow the proof of fund, or the proof of fund is not sufficient. Before now, they give attention, but now they are being more strict, especially with the recent plenty updates that is going on. For example, students going to food bank to get food, because if they say that they have enough money to sponsor themselves through education, they have money to pay their tuition fee, their own living expenses settled, so why would they go to food bank? So because of these reasons, they are very strict when it comes to proof of fund. From the past update, we've seen how students claim asylum. If you've been listening to Canada immigration news, you see the lot of students that claimed asylum recently, like especially from two particular colleges. I made a video about that. Two particular colleges, lots of students claim asylum. So there are so many things that is discovered that students are doing, plus what some colleges are doing as well. They feel that colleges are just exploiting students. So they are just being strict. They are stricter when it comes to application for study permit and for visiting visa. They don't just want people to come here and then at the end they discover that the money that they said they have, they don't have it, or they said okay, after studying they will be going back home, but at the end, after studying, they find themselves staying back, even while you know that you can't transition yourself to be a permanent resident and all that. So they just stay back in the country. So just so many things that have been going on with these plenty things that international students have been doing, especially from a particular country, also spurred them to be strict when it comes to visa application for the study permit as well as the visiting visa. And there are sometimes this issue is not really from the people applying. There are sometimes the fault can be from the immigration officers and people that is handling your application. I will talk about that, this particular aspect, at the end of those videos, like the solutions, what you will need to do, especially if your visa has been rejected, what you can do next. Okay, so guys, the major reasons I can say there is why there is high visa application rejection is because the proof of fund Canada, IRCC, they are being more strict, and they are being more strict when it comes to you having enough home ties. They are just strict. So any little thing they find out that your application is not straightforward, your Canada visa application will be rejected. Since your visa application has been rejected, whether it's visiting visa or study permit, you're applying for study permit and you got a rejection, what should you do next? Should you reapply immediately? No. The first thing you need to do is to order for your GCMS notes. The GCMS note helps you to get a detailed explanation as to why your visa was rejected. Okay, so don't just go straight to apply immediately. If, for example, the GCMS note is talking about your proof of fund and you're sure that the proof of fund is not borrowed, if the major reason is regarding your proof of fund and you know that your proof of fund is not borrowed, you can ask for a review of your application. In that case, you can do the review immediately, especially when you know that your proof of fund, the money in your account, is genuine and you can actually prove that it is genuine. You can contact IRCC to get a review of your application. Like what I wanted to say the other time is that IRCC, sometimes they can make mistake. They can reject. You know that there is no interview when it comes to Canada visa application, no interview. So they assume so many things in their head, especially if your application is not straightforward. So they may assume that this person borrowed his or her proof of fund and they will just reject. But if you are sure you've ordered your GCMS note and the GCMS note that the reason for your rejection is proof of fund, and you know that you actually have that proof of fund and you can give proof that this is where the money is coming from, then you can allow them, you can go for a review. It is possible. Okay, so sometimes IRCC or your visa officer can make mistake by rejecting your application. Plus this machine they are now using to do application so that it will be very fast. So sometimes the machine can even reject your application. So if you know your application is genuine, please go for a review. Send a web form, send an email, or you call them so that they can review your application. However, if you got your GCMS note and you know that your proof of fund there is somehow the way it is, or the GCMS note is talking about your home ties, that they are not sure you're going back, address those issues first before you reapply again. Do not apply immediately, because if you reapply, some people will say go and meet an immigration consultant or go and meet this. You meeting an immigration consultant does not guarantee you a visa approval. I'll put it there where it states that in the website. They can only help you, okay, this is what you can do next, this is what you can do next. So if you are not sure of what you can do next after ordering the GCMS note, fine and good, you go for a licensed immigration consultant so that they can put you through on what you need to do. But if you've not addressed those issues and you feel that hiring a licensed immigration consultant will help your application to be approved, it is not possible. So first, you need to address the issue of the proof of fund, that they are saying that you don't have sufficient proof of fund, or you don't have backing as to where you got the proof of fund from. Some people don't know that proof of fund is not just about the money in your account. You should be able to tell IRCC this is where the money is coming from, where the source of the money, what do you do, how are you earning this money monthly. This is what they need to know. They don't want to know the millions in your account. They don't want to know how much you have in your account. They want to know where is the money coming from? How did it amount to this money? There are some people, they have 100 million in their account, their application still got rejected. So that shows that it's not about this is the amount, I've gotten the proof of fund, I've gotten the money you are requesting for. They don't care about the huge amounts. Okay, all they care about is where is this money coming from. So when you're doing your application in your SOP, you should be able to state that this is what I do, I own a business, I'm also a salary earner, I earn so amount monthly, this is the amount I earn from my business monthly, and that is where then you have a statement to back it up. Anything you are explaining in your statement of purpose should be able to back it up with a proof. So after all the explanation, you should back it up with a proof. That is how to show your proof of fund. Then when it comes to ties back home, if you are able to state evidence as to where your proof of fund coming from, stating the ties back home shouldn't be a problem. If you're a salary earner, it means that you're working. Or if you're a business person, meaning you still have a business. Like anything that you feel is taking you back home, that is what they mean by ties back home. They want to be sure that as you're finished studying, as you're done with school, if your study permit is over or you finish and you're not able to transition to become a permanent resident, they want to be sure that you're going back home. That is what they mean by ties back home. So you need to have enough things. It might be a family member, some people they leave their wife and children, some people they leave business, just something strong enough for you to say that you can't do without those things. You must need to go back home to meet this person, or you need to go back home to do this business. So just prove to them that you are not coming to stay in Canada permanently. Okay, that is what they need, even though you know, but they just need you to state, for you to prove to them that you are going back home after your study. So just address all these issues. That is the importance of GCMS notes. Do not just reapply immediately. No, do not reapply immediately. Address the issue of the proof of fund, address the issue of the home ties. Like any issue, I'm capitalizing on these two major issues because that is the major reasons why they reject application. These two reasons, these two things are the major reasons why applications are being rejected. That is why I'm capitalizing on the two. Okay, so to summarize this video, we've discussed why there is long processing time, because Canada currently have lots of backlog of application. Secondly, the high rejection rate is as a result of them being over strict right now because of the plenty undergrad things that are going on. So they want to be strict that they are doing the right thing. And we've also discussed what you need to do if your application is rejected. Go and order for GCMS notes and then treat the issue that was listed in that GCMS note. Treat the issue before you reapply. So guys, please like this video, share the video, hit a thumbs up, and please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Please, Angel, hit the subscribe button so that I can grow this channel, please. And please hit the notification bell so that each time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. See you in my next video. All the best, guys.